In the United States, the federal government has the power to change education. President Johnson began to regulate the education standards in the U.S. by initiating the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965. The No Child Left Behind Act, created by President Bush in 2001, was meant to further the aims of Johnson's act. In 2012, President Obama passed the Every Student Succeeds Act, which updated the legislation to require states to establish college and career-ready standards and to maintain high standards for all students. Although progress has been made, much improvement is still needed.
The standards set forth by the legislative acts are to ensure that students who graduate from high school will be adequately prepared for college-level coursework. During the 2013 fiscal year, the top spending state, New York, spent $19,818 per student, while the lowest spending state, Mississippi, spent $8,130 per student. Furthermore, within each state, the funding per student varies by school district.
Schools that have adequate funding are able to provide students with new technology and other in-class resources to aid learning. One example of this is in Pennsylvania's North Allegheny School District, where schools are able to loan students iPads to create a dynamic learning experience. Comparatively, poorly funded schools not only lack new technology, but face issues such as losing classroom time due to inadequate transportation, lack of updated textbooks from which to learn, and poor classroom conditions affecting the students' ability to focus.
In addition, one of the challenges teachers face in schools with low funding is overcrowded classrooms. Overcrowded classrooms do not allow students to learn as well as their small classroom counterparts. Problems such as focusing on material, classroom disruptions, health hazards, and lack of student-teacher connections are much more likely in classrooms that have 30+ students per teacher.
While low funding means fewer teaching positions and low pay, another cause of overcrowded classrooms is a shortage of teachers. This especially applies to lower income areas. Over the last 10 years, there has been a steady decline of college students interested in a teaching career. In 2005, approximately 9.9% of college freshmen were interested in pursuing education degrees, but this percent dropped to approximately 4.2% in 2015, according to a national survey. There is currently little incentive for college students to pursue a teaching career, and those who do are often interested in teaching in better school districts.
The United Nations, which the U.S. is a part of, established international development goals in hopes of globally meeting them by 2030. One of these goals directly addresses education. UN Sustainable Development Goal 4 states that the aim is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The U.S., being one of the largest developed countries, has a responsibility to address this domestically, as well as providing aid to other countries. Every U.S. citizen has the responsibility to vote, and doing so can make a significant impact on the education system. Voting for candidates that support education reforms and push for providing equal educational opportunities for all is one of the first places individuals can begin to get involved in changing this injustice. A more direct approach to making an impact is to sign up for the many different philanthropies that are available in the U.S. Volunteering, donating, or spreading the word about these organizations can help push the nation to provide equal education for every student.
Equal education accessibility has advanced tremendously over the years. That being said, pockets of our own country are falling short of our expectations. Together, we can take the next step by pushing the education system to create equal conditions and outcomes for all students in our public school systems.